Hey everyone, this is Jake, and today in this video we'll go over what Counterside had to offer us for the second anniversary stream, and they have already updated details for update schedule for the January 25th, and they also talked about the roadmap for what's happening throughout the half of the 2022. But let's go through what they have to show us for January 25th, and we will go through more stuff after that. The first new detail they have for us for January 25th is the new mainstream episode 8 finally. Episode 7 has been out for a while, now episode 8 is finally getting revealed. It's been a couple months since the last updates, now we are finally getting to see more main story, which is always good. And I also said new gauntlet, the private match mode will be added, so you can play it with your friends or other consortium members as well. And the new SSR units, as well as the new awakening units that I will show you guys in a second, as well as the new Rearm units coming. And finally, we'll be getting second anniversary themed skins as well as furnitures. But let's talk about overall details one by one. Now the first part of the update is about the mainstream episode 8, which titled is The One Who Calls for the Storm. So I'm assuming it's probably have to be one of the main character. I think that will be probably our next awakening character that you will see here is the Jake Walker, the Awakening Version. It says he will be one of the main characters for episode 8, and he is basically the strongest human counter units out there, and there he is with this new fancy gears he got for both of his arms now. Before we only saw him using his counter ability as an SR form, now he is equipped with all the tech gears for the Delta 7 squads, and now he is fully equipped with his full potential, and it'll be really fun to see what he is capable of. And he'll be awakening defender units, but it'll be very interesting to see what they have to offer with his skill kits for Jake Walker. And the new SSR units will be Jaina Corpel, which is her original name before she became the Replacer Queen. We're not sure what kind of story it will tell her. Maybe she'll gain her memories back, maybe she'll become the Replacer Queen once again, but we will see her again in episode 8. And the counter pass will be updated, and we'll get the new counter pass unit Shallots. And it says she will be the new face of the Salvation Knights that you saw from episode 6 as well as 7. So basically she will be our enemies, but I think cliche is right. I feel like the way she looks should probably become our allies, but we'll see. But we'll see how story plays out for Shallots. I'm really excited for this character as well. First character with the flags, and she got pretty cool looking sword on her other end. So I'm excited to see what she is going to offer us when she comes out. Now this section is about the gauntlet, the private match that a lot of people have been asking for. Now this is going to be added. Within this, you can invite other players as well as create some lobbies and such that you can play with other people. Now this is just the brief informations about what's going to be happening in January 25th. This is not the full detailed developer notes or the update patch notes, so you're gonna have to wait. They just basically briefly just overviews what they have to say. But they talked about many different things within the stream. Other functions and such will come later dates. And some of the gauntlet changes is that instead of season being about 3 months long, now it'll be reduced to 2 months per seasons. And once you are finished the season, now you'll be rewarded with the special emblems that you can use to decorate your dorms with. And they're adding some new system called a casting band system, and how this system is going to work is still unknown. I think I'm not sure if this is going to replace an old band system, which is definitely not the bad one. It has some problems, but I don't think it has to be gone. I think we'll see how it happens. I think this is just going to be an additional band list that you will see. But basically how it works is each week you're able to pick a units that you wish to be banned. I'm not sure how many limits there is. Maybe there's 3 limits, maybe it's 1 SSR and other units. But once you select the units that you wish to be banned next week, then it will apply. Now they did mention system like this could get abused in the past. So if this becomes a problem, they'll probably get rid of it right away. But we'll see how things will play out. Honestly, I think there is potential for this to get banned, and maybe certain units that's hated will be gone forever. But we'll see how things will play out, because there's many different units in Counterside right now, so it depends. But we'll see how this casting band system will work out at the end when it comes out. And some of the more quality of life changes The first thing they're adding is each items. Now you can inspect it to able to see where those items drops from. For example, this parts that you need to create a fusion cores by combining all your cores into it. You can see where this thing drops from. There's all these different details of the location, different location that it drops these items. Then you are able to click it and move to the area. The next part of quality of life is going to be a pretty big change and pretty surprising one, to be honest with you, is that they are making so the skip function that existed within simulation training, you can just simply skip the content and get the reward right away. They're expanding that to supply missions as well as side story missions as well as event story. So now if you're done with the event, you just want to farm the event, but you didn't want to run hundreds of times and spend hours doing it, so maybe not hours, maybe an hour or two doing it. So now you can just skip it all you want at once because they are adding that skip feature within those content as well. Now you're gonna ask, but that's still gonna cost the info book, so I don't want to do it. Well, they said they will do it. They will do it as mean they will make it stacking as well as skipping will not cost any information books anymore. That's a pretty big change. So now you can skip all this general contents all you want right away. And I'm not sure if the stacking will work out for different contents as well. I think this no info book might vary depending on the contents. Maybe for really challenging content, maybe they will not have an info books. I still kind of believe in that, so I have to wait until it actually comes out. But from the way they sound like, they're making all this general contents, you know, stress-free. You can just skip all you want long as 3 started and takes less time grinding. But we'll see how things will play out. But from the sound of it, it sounds like a pretty good change that will definitely reduce a lot of stress for a lot of people. Personally, I spend a lot of time playing counter-side, so this will give me less time to spend on playing those things and maybe spend more time with just playing with the units and more time into PvP most likely. Some extra things you're adding to the dorm system is, first thing is all these characters that you place within the dorm, they'll be getting some unique motions. So as you can see, Mina, for example, when she talks to other units within the dorm, she will get this motion. When she dances, and when she claps. When she eats, she eats. And I'll talk about eating part later because they're adding the feast feature. I'm not sure it will be updated right now. So they have many different motions like this, and you are able to just kind of watch through it if you want to spend time. Now you can build a furniture. So you can now place the furniture and see your character kind of interacting with certain furniture as well. So they are updating this as it goes on. The older furniture you bought will get the unique motion as well eventually. So some of the updates are happening for this. Some of the kind of system that exists right now to level up your dorm levels to high level, I think they'll probably give you less restrictions and more freedom to customize what you want, and maybe easier to just boost up your condition for your dorm levels. And this section, they talk about the new Rearm units coming out, which is a Eugene is finally getting Rearm, so keep your Eugene copies, discard her for data parts later, and get her to 110 as soon as possible. I will do so, but Eugene will get the Rearm and she will become the next SSR units, and she will throw away her concept as a evasion based frontline striker, and she will become more the mid-range assassins. So I'm not sure if meaning she will still stay as striker units, but since they mentioned any other class changing, so maybe she will just have a different concept and still be a striker, or she will just become a totally new class as well. But we'll see. But she definitely looks really good. I really like her design so far. I think it's better than any of her skins she gotten, so that's pretty cool. I think that's the Eugene that I expect her to be, and I think that she is. And I think Alt Squad is becoming really strong. I think it's only left with Sobin. If the Sobin gets Rearm, I think that will be pretty decked out squad, I think. Seriously, there will be. And the new SSR ship will be finally added. It's been a long time since the last one, and it will be called a hub. I'm not sure if it's a hub or hove, like hovering hove. I'm not sure which one. I think it's a hub. So a hub ship, that's what it's called, and it's going to have some of the freezing ability. That's what it specializes in. So he's able to contain all this coldness power, whatever, but it will be probably just shoot some gas or freezing gas that will probably slow down your units or hold your units in the space. We'll see what happens. Ship looks pretty cool. It looks pretty tanky. Can't wait to see what it does. And for the second anniversary, they are adding the 4 different skins. The first skin is probably the one that most people want to buy into, is Awaken Isuyun's skin. Now this skin goes full out. They showed some of the animation, like 3D animation thing, like PB thing they released. Yeah, so this skin is going to be pretty popular, I think. But Awaken Isuyun is a pretty good character to this day with the Gauntlet in Korean server, and she's getting skins, so I think she's getting a lot of love. And Awaken Seoyun is also be getting second anniversary skin. Her dress is almost like a floating. It's like just covering her upper body parts. Some clothes floating there. That's a pretty strange looking dress, but I love it. I never knew a dress like that existed, but I definitely love it. Can't wait to see it. And the Yujin will be also the next skin the Yujin will be getting. Of course, I'll definitely get this for Yujin as well. Nice dress she has. And the Sigma as well. And they said Sigma has been getting too much SSR skins, I think. So they said this one would be kind of cheaper quality one. Doesn't mean it won't be SSR skin. Because SSR skin costs a lot of resources, and I guess they just can't keep releasing SSR skins. So sometimes they have to give favor to other characters, probably like Isuyun and many other different characters out there. But that is it for the second anniversary. Quickly go through once again. It'll be mainstream 8 update with some of the Gauntlet, private Gauntlet matches added, as with new Awakening and SSR units. So Awakening will be Jake Walker, and new SSR unit will be Jaina, as well as a new Counterpass unit, Shallot. And new Rearm units will be added as well, which is Yujin, and 3 additional units they haven't revealed yet, so we'll see which units that will be, and some of the skins for the second anniversary, as well as furniture with some minor and other changes, like your skip does not cost info books anymore to run it. So they have roadmap for next 6 months, so they do this kind of stream every half anniversary, I think. So their plan is to show what they have in store until next half of the year, which looks quite exciting, and I can't wait to see in terms of story and more. So first thing, let's go and talk about is February updates will be Gramarye's event episode. The Gramarye is the character that you see on the left side, and she runs this bar, and she's the host of the bar. And in this bar, all these demon lords comes and gather together. I'm not sure they have a fancy drinks and have a fight, or maybe they have a casual talk or such. We don't know. The event story will probably tell, but it'll be pretty fun to see what the demon lords are up to when you don't see them with the event story. It'll be pretty fun to see. Now, John Mason will be getting separate story as well. Some simple short story John Mason will get. You are able to see what our smart guy has been up to and what he is capable of. And with the February, they are adding some minor or quality of life changes for Danger Close contents. So that is pretty good. And they'll be also adding or reworking the raid system. They're going to be adding new bosses and new gear, and I'm assuming some minor changes are probably going to happen. But we'll see how things will play out, because current raid for Korean server is pretty much a dead content. You don't really need to do it. Maybe only some people like me who like to hit the boss once in a while to get some coins to craft, or able to craft or try to craft the T6 raid gears, but we'll see how things will turn out. And next thing, they'll be adding kind of links into one of the dorm motions they had, which Mina was eating something, is the feast function they're adding. So feast function is kind of like some of the dorm system that exists within other games. It's also kind of like a branch mission. Apparently, each day characters will be gathered around within the dorm to eat things, and when they eat it, you can actually tap into that dorm, and you're able to get some resources out of it, like Eterniums and probably info books or even credits. Those kind of 3 things you can gain a little bit, and maybe if you spend a bit of money through buying a furniture, they probably give you a bigger amount, which kind of happens in other games as well. So they maybe borrow that system from other games and implement it here. That's probably a better thing than nothing, because right now dorm system is just a huge money sink. That's for the customization part only, which I don't mind. Maybe people don't feel forced to do anything, but when people wants to pay and do it, and they don't really see an incentive from paying all the admin coins to get all this furniture, maybe they're a little bit demotivated. And this way, I guess it gives more incentive for them to pay to get some additional resource from the dorm itself. And the last section for the February update is monster tag kind of strategy. So basically this is going to be a training room sections for the different monsters, but previously we only had the characters that hitting a single monster. In this one you can actually select the monster that you want to fight, like the bosses that you are able to tackle down and fight and have a different, different strategy and trying to tackle down and understand the boss. For danger close bosses, if it is able to select it, it'll be pretty good ways to give a guides or able to understand and able to practice before the boss rotation comes out. It'll be pretty fun content that you can probably try out and trying for new players to understand how some of these bosses works. With the March and April, they'll be adding Alpha Tricks events episodes, and they'll be also adding Elysium Philharmonic episode as well. It's the character that you saw from the Horizon Finance event storyline, and I think she was pretty fearsome character that you have to fight against, and I can't wait to see her back again, and we'll probably see more event story related with the next team award after this. And the counter case for Rudamilla, Alex, as well as Chu Xiyoung and Karin Wong will be added, and the new skin will be updated during these months, which will be themed the Bunny Girl. It's called the Bunny Girl Finance. So instead of Horizon Finance, Bunny Girl Finance, get it? So I can see some characters getting a nice Bunny Girl outfit. That's always a good thing throughout these types of games. And some of the event deck, the layout, maybe you are too forced to use certain units that you don't want to, maybe it's locked to the slot. So they are adding some minor adjustments to this event deck, quality of life changes, probably not too big thing. They're adding some quality of life changes to the gear presets, so which should be probably pretty nice. I think it's already enough for me, but more quality of life changes for what we have that could be better. That'll be welcome changes. And they'll be adding a jukebox system, which will be ability to kind of customize the dorm musics as well as customize your lobby musics. And they furthermore talked about, it's not set in stone right now, but they want to make like a kind of function within the game that you are able to enjoy all this OST within the game itself. And they kind of want to turn into kind of radio station almost, so you are able to just turn on the game and play in the background and listen to music. With the PC client, I think this might be pretty good options. And this is what we are supposed to expect throughout the May and June, and apparently they're going to give us mainstream episode 9. That sounds really exciting. They say they're working pretty hard to give us more story, so I'm really excited to see. That might get delayed, of course. I think it's possibility, so let's not set up too high expectation, but we just know it is coming, and when say it's coming, it probably means the story structure is already set in stone and they're probably working towards to it. And they're also going to have a new event episode, and it is undecided. They don't know what to do with it yet, so they probably have a certain plans and stories they want to tell. They haven't decided which one to pick out yet. And next one, I'm excited for this one as well, like a kind of short story mode like that you've seen from the White Rabbit story mode that you can play right now with the C server. They're adding one for Fallen Hawk story as well, so really excited to see where the Frederick Thoma as well as Yuma has been up to along with Lozaria, because Lozaria has been getting some spotlight throughout this stream and I love it. And along with the encounter case for Frederick Thoma as well as Frederick Yuma will be get updated as well, so those two will get more spotlights and storylines. And the league match will be gone. It'll be closed down, the beta will be gone, and they are going under some service to make this a better experience. And we don't know what's going to come back, but I think that's it. They said it will take them some time, but they'll try their best to create a better version of it. And Constitution Raid will be also getting a new boss as well. And the last part is talking about the new skin as well, and this skin is a mixed up Coffin Company, so I think it means some of the characters that you saw before, maybe in different characters costume or different personality. You probably like almost like an April Fool's kind of concept, just fun skin. Can't wait to see some different sides of the characters we knew before in different outfits maybe. But that is pretty much it about everything they have shown throughout the stream, giving away some nice rewards for second anniversary like SSR Ship selection, SSR character selection, and awakening selection ticket, as well as operator and T5 this gear which comes with the cooldown sets, as well as 100 times free pulls, which should be pretty nice, and I should be able to get some SR units for the Rearm. But that is pretty much it for this update video. This is pretty long and I try to detail all the things. I might have missed a couple things here and there, but as more patch notes come out, we'll visit back there and see exactly what's getting updated throughout the week and the month. And I'm just really excited for what Counterside has to offer for us for later part of the year as well. But animation PV they showed was pretty surprising, and they are meaning to add more of these kind of things down the road, and audio drama and stuff like that is happening as well, and I'm really excited for that. I just love Counterside stories and characters, and more of that, please. I love to see more of those. So anyways, that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.